Okay, ready? Okay. Some questions are hard to answer while others have a simple answer. For example, if you ask me who has made a difference in my life, it wouldn't take a long time for me to provide an answer. My grandmother has made a big difference in my life. Her strength and her faith has helped me when times are hard, and her life experience has made my life experience more valuable. As a little girl, I lived with my grandparents. From an early age, I saw all her hard work. She had her own life to deal with, yet she had time for me. She always made sure I had breakfast before school and always made sure I was ready for school, and she made it her responsibility to take me to school. All these things seem like a daily routine that should not be so hard to follow, but her life consisted of more than just me. She worked, she had a husband, and she had an alcoholic son. And dealing with her alcoholic son made her life so difficult, but you couldn't tell by looking at her. Instead, when you saw her, you just saw her strength. And there's really no denying her strength. Her alcoholic son would beat in walls, he would break windows, and he never missed an opportunity to call the cops just in an effort to get attention. There were times when he threatened to stab himself. During all these dramatic scenes, she was there to do whatever she could to stop him. She would stay up countless nights wondering if he would come home. And all this, it would take a heavy toll on her body and her mind, but you could never tell. She handled every situation so gracefully, and this showed me how to deal with many situations. One of the situations where I most saw her strength was during the time my grandfather was sick. He was sick a little over 1 year. It got to the point where he could no longer care for himself, and she took on the nurse role. She took care of him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. She never stopped to do stuff for herself, and she never complained. In the last weeks of his life, he was in the hospital. She always wanted to be there with him. She would stay overnight, she would put 2 chairs together, and she would just sleep there. For someone young, this would have been a piece of cake, but it required a lot of mental and physical strength for an elderly person to do all of this. In addition to all this, she taught me the morals I should live by. She taught me to always have a strong mind. From my childhood, I remember her teaching me the value of school and work. She always told me that school should come first in order to become a successful woman. She taught me to depend on myself and never a man. And she said at the end of the day, if my significant other walked out on me, I should be able to take care of myself. Overall, I have become a strong woman who has learned to depend on myself, all because of her. In conclusion, I have never met someone who is so strong as my grandmother. I have never met anyone else who has managed to direct my life the way she has, and to this day, at her late age, she continues to be strong. And if it was not for her, I probably would not be the woman I am today.